How to cure acid reflux naturally and effectively in 2020, easy and practical home remedy. Every day, the digestive system is always being used due to regular food and liquid intake. When food and drinks are induced, it goes through a passage called the esophagus that helps break down the food. When food reaches its destination or the stomach, acid and pepsin is released to help aid in the process of digestion. If and ever a problem in the digestive system occur, many people often neglect these possible problems by using home remedial treatment to aid with digestive problems. However, a common digestive disease that most people have neglected and encountered is the acid reflux or heartburn. This digestive disease or disorder occurs when the esophagus is irritated by the acid regurgitating to the stomach while acid is being seeped back through the esophagus and throat. There are different kinds of digestive disease, but the most common of all is acid reflux or gastro-esophageal reflux disease, known also as heartburn. There are symptoms to indicate if you have acid reflux. These symptoms will likely help an individual indicate whether they have acid reflux. The most common symptoms that acid reflux is associated with is the searing sensation in the digestive tract, usually the chest or throat, that individuals will encounter. Even symptoms of hoarseness, acid in the mouth, sour or bitter taste, wheezing and coughing are also symptoms of acid reflux. Luckily, acid reflux has special characteristics that are most helpful in indicating its existence. These characteristics involve particular activity to be avoided, such as avoid lying down or bending over, while other individuals have difficulty when eating. Others, however, have tried physical activity like exercise to be rid of acid reflux, but unfortunately, even exercise cannot ease the symptoms. Most likely, use of antacids can be helpful and can actually ease the symptoms of acid reflux. As such, symptoms of acid reflux are often mistaken for symptoms of a heart attack. Acid reflux disease can happen to all ages, including infants and young children. Although infants have a tendency to have acid reflux or heartburn, this condition usually fades in time, while young children can develop acid reflux like other adults. Usually in adults, acid reflux is caused by poor diet, lack of physical activity, and even lifestyle. There are other factors that could also cause acid reflux. These factors are most common during pregnancy because women in this stage have increased hormone levels, and in sense, the stomach is being pressured due to pregnancy. Also, obesity, overeating, some beverages and medications, and particular foods are also factors that can cause acid reflux. A person who thinks he or she has acid reflux should learn more of the symptoms caused by it. In this way, individuals can indicate this condition and take certain precautions to prevent possible occurrences due to acid reflux. For a fact, the best way to avoid acid reflux or heartburn is through prevention. By doing so, individuals will be able to avoid occurrences of acid reflux and at the same time, have a healthy lifestyle. Most often, acid reflux are caused by inappropriate diet, therefore, have a proper diet and nutrition to aid its eradication. A patient with acid reflux can lead to a more serious condition that could cause more problems even in the respiratory system due to continuous coughing and loss of breath. If acid enters this area, it can be damaging, therefore, learn the symptoms to avoid a more serious problem due to acid reflux. Snow White slowly took a small bite of the apple and she fell to the ground, losing consciousness. Most children, and even the adults, are familiar with this fairy tale story. It is in fact just a tale, but in real life, the apple can make wonders. In reality, many people suffer from many diseases, and the worst thing to happen to a person is to die from the suffering such disease. But before the situation leads to an unpleasant end, you must be aware that these are still old-time home remedies which really work. The apple cider vinegar has been used in many homes for many years now. It is proven to cure many ailments like allergies, acne, sinus infections, flu, high cholesterol, candida, chronic fatigue, contact dermatitis, sore throats, gout, arthritis, and acid reflux. There are a large number of people suffering from acid reflux or the GERD, gastro-esophageal reflux disease. This usually happens when the lower esophageal sphincter does not function properly. The contents of the stomach, particularly the liquid, go back to the esophagus. The liquid contains pepsin and stomach acids. The pepsin digests proteins and the acid from the stomach burns the walls of the esophagus, causing heartburn. Experiencing heartburn once in a while should be a cause for worry, but if you experience the sensation more than 2 times each week, it's time that you consult a doctor. Acid reflux is harmful once the esophagus lining is destroyed, so you should undergo medication once you've been examined and diagnosed with acid reflux to prevent further complications. Acid reflux is usually treated with antacids, but some people complain that it only makes the situation even worse. If you use antacids, the body will only produce more acids to compensate the decrease in body acids. The reflux will only worsen after the dose wears off at the end of the day. The usual cause of GERD is the increase in acidity or gastric acid production in the body, obesity, pregnancy, or tight-fitting apparels. These all can add to the problem. The yeast infections are also thought to be one of the causes of GERD-like symptoms. An added ironical cause of the GERD is the insufficient production of stomach acid in the body. The explanation says that the valve, the hollow organ with a flap that ensures the one-way course of fluid through the organ, once emptied triggers acidity in the intestines. If the valve fails to open, the contents of the stomach will be blended into the esophagus, and then irritation occurs. An added ironical cause of the GERD is the insufficient production of stomach acid in the body. The explanation says that the valve, the hollow organ with a flap that ensures the one-way course of fluid through the organ, once emptied triggers acidity in the intestines. If the valve fails to open, the contents of the stomach will be blended into the esophagus, and then irritation occurs. Meanwhile, there are already several treatments for GERD today, one of which is the balance and healthy eating habits. Now, if proper diet fails to work, one can shift to medication therapy or surgery as suggested by the doctors. Below are the lists of several selections of acid reflux treatment. Proper diet. The natural way to cure acid reflux is through change in their eating habits. A good number of people affected by GERD found success in following this method. Avoid the food ingredients which can intensify heartburn, such as caffeine, soft drinks, and smoking. Avoid eating 2 hours before sleeping. Likewise, avoid lying down after taking meal. These are the regular suggested change in lifestyle. Another easy way to treat GERD is to elevate the head of the bed. The pharmacologic therapy, the combination of prevention of food 2 hours before sleeping and the rise of the head of the bed, there is a great chance for a patient to gain a 95% relief. The rise of the head of the bed is suggested to range for only 6 to 8 inches or 20 centimeters. Using this method, the backflow of gastric fluids will be hampered. Drug treatment. Drugs reduce the secretion of the gastric acid. For instance, famotidine and omeprazole lessen the secretion of gastric acid, and the antacids counteract the acid. Surgical treatment. The Nissen fundoplication, the standard surgical treatment for acid reflux. The medication process will only cover a short period of time. The function of this is to support the sphincter, a spherical bond of muscles that opens and closes to let the food or waste to pass, as well as stop acid reflux, and of course restore the hiatal hernia. Apple cider vinegar is now more preferred by people who want a natural way to cure their acid reflux. Going back to natural medicines are also helpful, but it requires patience and time. Natural remedies take some time before you can actually see the effects or results. A bottle of apple cider vinegar costs between $3 to $4. It's even cheaper than buying antacids. The best possible cure for acid reflux is just in your kitchen. But if you can't find one in your kitchen, look for it in the supermarket. Here is the dosage of drinking apple cider vinegar: 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, ACV, diluted in water at least thrice a day. You need a much stronger concoction if you're currently treating the disease. Some experience side effects like a metallic, acid taste and a burning tongue. Most people don't like its taste, but to be cured, you must withstand its unpleasant taste. The apple cider vinegar really works wonders. In fact, you can find many customer testimonials about the benefits of the vinegar. It doesn't matter what brand of apple cider vinegar you choose to buy, as long as it gives the needed relief. Studies have proved its effectiveness, so don't hesitate to use it. Perhaps Snow White was better off drinking apple cider instead of biting that big red apple that the old woman offered.
Like, subscribe and comment your email address to get this healthy book.